today is change the shock springs on Rally Fighter and do a little bit of valving in the internals of the shock. First you gotta do is remove this spring. There's a couple retainer clips up here. Mike, come grab this for me. Pull the spring down, pull the retainer clips off, and then the shock springs come off. Now we're going to take the shock apart. There's an Allen in the top that retains this cap. There's some Allen. And then this little black part unscrews. That's a little tight. That up and just exposes us to a snap ring at the top of the piston. Now you want to make sure you've released all of your nitrogen prior to releasing this snap ring, because if you don't, you'll get oil in your face, a lot of it. Because all this pressure in this reservoir goes down to here and pushes this oil up. Yes, I speak from personal experience. I have released the spring before releasing the oil, and it makes quite a mess. These things come pressurized with 125 pounds in them. Yeah. So they're pressurized with 125 psi of nitrogen. So as soon as you release this here little clip, all 150 pounds of pressure blows oil all over everything. Now, this is a diaper. Wrap that around the shock, tie it in a little knot, helps catch any oil that comes out accidentally when doing this. Now this part you have to push really hard, and yet not too much to knock all the oil all over you. There we go. This little O-ring is what seals the oil in there. And to get the seal to break loose, you have to push real hard, and sometimes it squirts all over you.
So push it down before you pull it up.
It's kind of little, yeah, you kind of work it. You feel it wiggle. That's it. And this way, if you do it this way, it leaves the oil in there. You don't usually have to change the oil. You look at the oil, make sure it's still red, which this all is, so it's clean, doesn't need to be changed. All we're doing this one for is to change the valving in the shock. Okay. This is the retainer. This is a internal bump stop, which is used to support the shock when it goes to full droop in the car and make for a quiet stop. This is a spacer which makes the bump stop limit the travel. You can make this into a 5-inch spacer or 2-inch, or remove it. Depends on how far you want the shock to actually plunge out of your vehicle. This has been chosen to be 1 inch to work with our Rally Fighter. This is the piston and shim pack. Changing these, I'm going to go close to those. There's little shims in here. I'll show you what they are when I take it off. And those are what control how fast the fluid flows through the shock. Okay. This nut is a 3/4 nut. It's a mechanical lock. It's kind of hard to get off. It helps if you have a jig to hold this side of your shock, or an impact gun to take it off, which I'm going to go over and use the impact gun real quick and take that off. So I'll be right back.